Hey, what's up everybody? It's Rox and I'm coming to you today with the review for Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 5, Episode 17. Cannot believe that this show has been on since freaking November, okay? We are in March. This shit has been on for 5.5 months. And I think we still got like 4 or 5 episodes to go. It's crazy. I know they were off for a couple of weeks, but still it's just too long, y'all. It's really too long. But anyway, let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys. So this episode is the trip to Las Vegas, the all-girl trip to Las Vegas. And yay! We love Las Vegas, you guys. I love Las Vegas. I used to go to Vegas every single summer. I really think I went to Vegas every summer from when I was a kid, because even when we were little, my parents and we would always go to Vegas. Even when I became an adult, before I got married, I used to go every single summer. And then I moved my ass out to Atlanta. I ain't been back since. I don't think I've been there for like 10 years. But I'm going this year, July, with the girls. Cannot wait. Y'all talking about a stone cold groove, okay? Vegas is fun because I think that's the only place that you can really get like for real toe down drunk for under $10. I mean, you sit your ass at the slot machine. The little cocktail lady is running around talking about cocktails, and you just get your drink, give her $1 tip, and you sit. As long as you sit your ass there, you can get drunk. And then when your money run out at the slot machine, what you do is you go to one of these little old rinky dinks casinos. They ain't got nobody there. They always got a fucking extra strong, somebody that's real heavy with the alcohol at the bar, because they want people to come in there. So you go in there, you get you one of them 10-gallon drinks for fucking $2.50. Get towed back. Get a real nice cup to go with it. Be some old tall ass shit, shape of a hat or a fish bowl or something. Only place that can happen. I love Vegas, y'all. Cannot wait to get back out there. Ooh, it's gonna be a good time. Anyway, y'all, let me get back on track here. The girls is on their way to Vegas, and I swear they must have left after 12 o'clock, which is a big no-no. Anybody who is in LA knows that you do not leave Los Angeles anytime after 12 o'clock, because just like what happened to them, you're going to get caught up in traffic. Okay, what might be an hour at 7 in the morning, which is when the time that most people that got any sense leave, it'll take you an hour to get through San Bernardino if you go early. If you go after 12 o'clock, it could take you 3 hours. Sometimes even 4, depending on what the traffic is like. That shit is frustrating, okay? When you try to get somewhere that should only take like 4.5 hours to get there, and it take you 8 hours, yeah, that shit is not the business. So I was mad at Bravo for letting them get up on that damn party bus, knowing good and damn well that it was late and that they wasn't gonna get there till after dark. Anyways, y'all, they on the bus, so they trying to pass the time with a whole bunch of dumb games. You guys know they do some improv, where they talk about each other. I guess that was like their chance to kind of talk about each other, but that wasn't really nothing. And then they do like a little stand up. Candy gets up there and she takes this time to let us know about when she farted in somebody's face when they was down in the place. And I was just like, okay, now y'all listen, I got a sense of humor like everybody. I loves me a good sex joke, and I loves me a good fart joke. I'm always gonna laugh. But it was something in the delivery. I was like, girl, you fucked that one up. I hate when I be watching my videos and I be like, damn, I lost the opportunity to get a real good joke off right there. When I be edited, I be like, I could have said that. I delivered that shit all wrong. That's exactly how I felt when I saw Candy telling that story. But everybody was just sitting there looking at her like, okay, so you farted in his face. We ceased to find out how funny that could be. Anyway, you guys, they get to talking about what they're going to do when they get there. Okay, somebody brings up the Crazy Horse. And, they talking about going to the Crazy Horse. Portia is just like, well, I don't really want to go to a strip club. Is it a strip club? And somewhere along the line, they get her to believing that, no, it's a burlesque show. Now, what I couldn't understand about this whole thing is because if you've ever been to Vegas even one time, you know that the Crazy Horse is advertised on the top of every fucking cab everywhere in Vegas. Okay, they show the Crazy Horse with a chick, dressed up and all that stuff. You know that it's a strip club. I never even been to the Crazy Horse, and I know that it's a strip club. Of course, I've been there a million times, but really, you only have to be there one time to know that the Crazy Horse is a damn strip club. The fuck we think we going to a damn burlesque show for? Okay, this is Nevada, where plenty of the areas in Nevada are even legalized prostitution, although it's not in Vegas. But still, like, the fuck we going to a damn burlesque show when we got bitches that's willing to take it all off? Okay, yeah. She didn't know. Okay, so anyway, By the time they get to Vegas, Nene's already there. They get cleaned up and changed up and everything. And side note, Cynthia, now I'm understanding that she's a model and all of that, but y'all, she was doing the most with the hair. Girl, it take a lot to be able to pull off some shit like that, especially you got to have the confidence. Hats off to Cynthia, who, decided to walk out there looking like RuPaul, okay, just about 8 feet tall between them heels and the hair. But I ain't mad. I'm not mad. I'm just saying, okay, it was a whole lot, but it was cool for the night. They get their ass up on that limousine, y'all, and we all sitting down. We about to start drinking and having a good time, and they talk about the Crazy Horse again. So we find out that it's a strip club. Portia's just like, is it a strip club or is it a burlesque show? They're like, no, it's a strip club. She's like, well, I told you guys that I don't want to go to a strip club, and they're just kind of like, well, why not? And she was like, well, because Cordell would not want me to go there, and I know it, so I'm just not gonna go. Now, this ruffles everybody's feathers a little bit because it's a girls' trip. Everybody's down to have a good time. We all on the bus or the truck or the whatever it is. And, we want to have a good time. We don't really need no damn stick in the muds, okay? But the child is adamant she's not going. So when they get to the club, they all get off the damn truck. She gets her ass back on the truck and she goes back to the hotel. Now, my feeling about this whole thing is this, you guys. Nene was 100% on point when she was talking about what's what. When you get married, you do whatever you feel that you need to do for your husband. Their setup is old school traditional, which means that Cordell was the breadwinner. She got married. She's a stay-at-home wife. And her concentration is basically making sure that her husband is happy. Taking care of home, taking care of the bills, maybe, taking care of business of running their household. When it's a setup like this, you still have to try to find some kind of equal ground, okay? There has to be a balance. And what ends up happening a lot of times is when the person is the breadwinner and the other person does not have any type of income or really has a really low income, nothing that they would be ever able to survive on. What ends up happening a lot of times is the breadwinner starts to feel like they should be able to be the one to tell you what to do. It becomes, I'm running shit because I'm the one that's paying everything around here and you do what I tell you to do. Now, you're striving to live your life the way that your husband will want you to be. And sometimes that's not at all what you want. And listen, I'm not saying that even when you get married that you're supposed to be able to do whatever it is that you feel like doing whenever you feel like doing, okay? Because a marriage is now two people. It's not one person anymore. You have somebody else to consider. So you don't just run off all willy-nilly and doing everything you want to do. I know a lot of women say that they do, but the whole fact of the matter is you have to consider your spouse's feelings, okay? And that's how it should be both ways. If you want to have a successful marriage, you need to consider the other person. If you run off and be doing everything you want to do all the time and never considering your spouse, then you are going to find yourself in a lot of conflicts. It's going to be a lot of fights because you're only thinking for yourself. It's called being selfish. When you're in a relationship, it's a two-way street. The problem comes in when you do that, okay, when your spouse is the one that's free to go and do whatever they want to do and you spending your whole time trying to stay in line. When you find yourself putting off stuff that you really want to do because you know that your spouse is not going to want you to do it. When you try not to rattle any papers, not doing anything, just being at their beck and call, eventually it will catch up with you. Trust me, okay? And what ends up happening is you begin to resent your spouse because it's just like, I ain't doing shit. You having a good damn time. I'm not doing anything. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not seeing anybody. I'm not having any fun. And all I'm trying to do is make you happy. But in somewhere along the line, you find out that you're not happy. Especially if you've never given them any flack about the fact that they like to go and do as much as they want to go and do. Portia's thing is genuine, okay? I think that she wants to be a good wife to her husband, okay? She wants to be there for him, and that is totally fine. That's really how it should be, you guys. And people really shouldn't down her for that, okay? But the refusal to go to the strip club or to do anything that you really want to do, if it is something that you want to do, it should be your decision that you're not going to do it. Not because your spouse doesn't want you to do it. It fell flat because she kept changing her story, okay? Originally, it was because she knows that Cordell wouldn't want her to do it. Then it changed to she doesn't like to be around strippers because they make her sad. Then it became, well, I know that I'm a Christian and I shouldn't be in any place like that. Then it became, I didn't even ask Cordell. I just know that I didn't want to go in there. See, it was too many different stories, and it was starting to to sound like there was some control issues there. Now, I don't know if it is or isn't. You know, a lot of times these things are edited the way they are. She said it right the first time, okay? Cordell wouldn't want me to do that, okay? And a lot of times you make decisions because you know that somewhere along the line that it's going to be an argument about it, that you would just as soon avoid it altogether and not do it. Listen, I've been married 15 years. I know how the shit works, okay? It takes a long time to get to this way of thinking. And when you're young and you really are trying to make this thing work, and you make a lot of give and take. Sometimes you give way more. Sometimes they give way more. You know, it's a whole bunch of this stuff going on. So all I know is that if she eventually, after some years down the line, when she starts to really want to, you know, do and go, when she realizes that she sacrificed a lot for her marriage, then that's when the problems come in, and that's when the strain comes on the marriage, is because you've been one way all this time, and now all of a sudden you want to be a whole totally different way. They don't really take too kindly to change, okay? So, you know, if you're willing to do these things at the beginning of your marriage, you're going to need to be able to just carry that shit all the way through, okay? You're going to need to stay the same, okay? When you get to changing, that's when the shit get real bumpy. So, yeah, Cordell and Portia's thing. I know everybody was trying to tell her how she should be and how she needs to be and all of that. That is nothing ever that anybody can explain to you. That is a point that you have to get to on your own, okay? If I'd have been on that truck and she started talking about she don't want to go to the strip club, then damn it, get your ass up off this bus, okay? That's fine. Take your ass on back to the hotel room. We will see you tomorrow. I'm not going to try to convince you to do something that you feel inside your soul that you don't need to do, okay? She get on off that bus, her and Cordell will deal with it when they deal with it, and like my grandmother said, yeah, keep on living. It's gonna catch up. I know a lot of people don't do the Nene thing. Nene can be a bit much, okay? But I really did appreciate. I like Nene. Generally, I like Nene because this season, I think she is just whatever. She say whatever she feel like saying and doing whatever she feel like doing. But what I like the most about it is that she's kind of gotten off of that being a prude about her past. Now, I know she's never denied that she was a stripper. We've always known that she was a stripper. However, she wasn't really open to talking about it. You guys remember at the reunion, she was kind of going off and down in Candy for Candy's, you know, constant talk about sex toys and her sex line and just sex, period. And Nene was just like, I just prefer not to talk about it. And that's fine. She don't have to talk about it. But the thing is that we know that you were a stripper, and you know, people really do respect you more when you are willing to talk about your past, especially if it hasn't really been a colorful past, but you've made it now, okay? You're not that anymore. You've made it. It's like a testimony. You could help somebody to know that shit ain't always gonna be this way, okay? Maybe it's something better down the line for you. So I always feel like people shouldn't really hide where they've been if they're not there anymore. And I think she's finally there. So I'm glad about it. You know, she was talking about how she met Greg. That was a cute little story. I would have loved to be a fly on that wall. I bet you that fucking Greg was about to have a fucking heart attack. So that was a cool story. She was talking to the Jubilee line dancers, whatever them girls was called, you know, the show girls. And, you know, talking about when she was on the pole. And all of that I can truly appreciate. I like somebody that's real. I know that we all have things that we prefer not to talk about, but when I think about her stripper past, I think that's just something that a lot of people can benefit from. So it's cool. It's cool. And I'm digging Nene. So she do still throw her little bit of shade, okay, when she was talking about Candy, when they went to look at the jewelry and everything, and they was looking at the rings, and Candy picked out the little $7,500 rings. First of all, you guys, so the average Joe $7,500 ring is a nice ring, okay? That is not cheap, okay, for somebody who has an average paycheck. Yes, I know that Candy makes a lot of money, but you know, a lot of times when these men marry women that make more money than them, they still want to be the one to buy the ring. They still want to be the one that says that this is the ring that I picked out for my woman. Okay, so ain't nothing wrong with that. If Ty can afford a $7,500 ring, shit, that's more than some of you guys can afford. Fuck. You know, she was just like, it's not the size of the ring, it's the thought. I thought that it was kind of cool that, you know, Candy is willing to wear a ring when we know that she could go and buy her own fucking ring for $100,000 and not blink an eye. I think it's cool that she's willing to wear a $7,500 ring because that is the ring that her man wants to get her. So, yeah. But anyway, I'm digging Nene this season. Are you guys? One thing I really do like about Bravo is the fact that they will give you plenty of opportunities to have shameless plugs towards whatever it is that you are trying to sell or do. The fact that, you know, Candy has this line, Bedroom Candy. They always let her plug her toy line. And they always let everybody on their different shows plug their thing. So that's the cool thing about Bravo. But anyway, we in Vegas, so I guess one night they're gonna have a down night. They're gonna sit up in the room, dress up in lingerie, and have a fucking bedroom candy party. Now, in reality, ain't nobody got no fucking time to be up in the room, dressed in no lingerie with their homegirls, talk about some fucking sex toys. Let me tell you, when I'm in the room in Vegas, the only time I want to be in there is either when I'm getting ready to go somewhere, when I'm asleep, or when we get back and everybody is fucking drunk and we laughing at the person that is the drunkest and going looking for when she gonna throw up. Okay, that's about the only time. That's the only time that I want to be in the room. Okay, so all that was cute and fine and dandy for the TV show, but fuck it, I ain't got time to be fucking around with no goddamn dildos in the damn room. Unless I'm with my man. And then maybe we got some time. For the show's sake, we are in the room. We are talking about her bedroom candy line, okay? We talking Kegel balls. And I've already told you guys about the Kegel balls, right? That is for the jar opening, strong, tight puss. Cut a motherfucking circulation off with that bitch. She's talking about all the different lines that they're passing everything around and trying everything out. That's fine, okay? Then they have a sexy food eating contest, which is retarded, okay? Because I done already told you, motherfuckers ain't got time to be licking on shit no more. Y'all know they spitting on these bitches. I done already told you. Shit. What about when they push the shit all the way back in your throat and you gag? I think men like that. Men? Y'all like the gag effect? I think they like that because I think they like to think that they shit is so big that it's choking you. When in reality is they didn't push the motherfucker all the way back down to the damn boxing thing in the back of your damn throat, and it's making you feel like you gonna gag. Now keep it up. Motherfucker be done threw up on your ass, okay? Then we really gonna see how much lubrication you like. Anyways, you guys, I swear I get off subject anytime I get to talk about sex. I am so sorry. Back on track. The culmination of the night is when they are having this discussion about relationship issues, and they put their questions in this bucket, and Kenya puts a question in the bucket saying something to the lines of, what do you do when you think a person is your friend and then they not your friend and they talk about you behind your back or some bullshit like that? Listen, we tired of the Phaedra and the Kenya drama, okay? I thought it was over, but it's not, okay? I understand Kenya's thing. She's kind of hurt. She kind of felt like Phaedra was her friend, and, you know, Phaedra said some shit about her that she didn't like. First of all, Phaedra is not your friend, Kenya. Okay, Phaedra is on the show. She ain't on the show to meet no damn new friends. She is on the show for the money-making opportunities. We know that Phaedra is about her business. Okay, so she was never your friend. So that was the first thing that you needed to realize. Secondly, most people don't take too kindly to you stealing their idea. Okay, so not saying that Phaedra had the damn patent on making a donkey booty video or anything like that, but however, we all know that that was her idea, okay? And then you decided that you was gonna do a stallion booty or whatever the shit ended up being. You know, yeah, she was gonna be a little salty about that. Now, the mature way to handle it would have been to sit down and talk about it instead of trying to mock her, like Phaedra said. That was not going to turn her even more, okay? So the way that you resolve shit is not the way that Phaedra resolves shit, okay? So you heard about it and Phaedra's heard about it, okay? So everybody is kind of hurt. Ain't nobody really willing to, you know, to come up off of their hurt feelings and just kind of admit where they was wrong and where they was right or anything like that. So shit is over, okay? Just like Deanie said, you guys are never going to be friends. I hope that this is the last that we hear about this shit. All right, y'all, that's it. It's hot in this car, so I'm about to be done. I know this is a long video. I'm not even gonna talk about the length of the videos no more. They're just gonna be whatever they're gonna be. That's it. Let's see. Y'all make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar below. Also, I said I was going to do Roxicology starting this week, but I never gave you guys my email address, so it will be on the screen here. It is foritsrox@gmail.com. You guys can send them out to me. I think I just got one question, and I want to do a video this week. I said that I was going to do a couple of questions a week, so you guys get that information out to me if you want me to answer any of your questions, okay? All right. So that's it. Okay, you guys, I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.